everyone, welcome to the channel. It's the Spiritual Warrior UK here. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming on and having a look. Please like and subscribe, press the alarm button below so you know when videos are updated. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook at the Spiritual Warrior UK. If you're interested in having a private reading, these have just been rebooked for the week and there are some still available, and you can see all my offerings at thespiritualwarrior.uk. So we've just had the full moon in Capricorn, the full moon eclipse, and what a week it was last week. Very, very heavy energies. So I'm going to have a look and see what we've got coming in for this week. So we're looking at the week ahead, July 6th to 12th. So this is a collective reading. If you feel it's not resonating for you or it's not fitting your situation, please don't make it fit. Just take what resonates. And these are also timeless readings. So whenever you come across them, this is when you are supposed to see them. I am a divine channeler. And I don't always read the cards as they traditionally are. It just really depends on the energies that I am getting through. So let's have a look at next week, Spirit. What do we need to know for July 6th through to 12th, the week ahead? What do we need to know? Post full moon. What are the energies that we need to deal with post full moon? The sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, nice. And then we've got the daughter spirit, wow. So third eye, daughter spirit, so an enlightening week by the looks of things. And one more, please. One more. What do we need to know, Spirit, for this week coming up? Any more? There we go. Indecision. I mean, the sixth chakra is the third eye. Archangel Metatron could be coming to you, helping you with your intuition, with your psychic development, with your just inner knowing, and really just anything that's been brought to light with the full moon, anything that has been shifted forward with this eclipse, anything that's come back to you, then call in Archangel Metatron to really help you get an understanding of the messages that you're coming through. I mean, this is very much linked to the daughter spirit. It feels that, you know, we know that ascension has been happening very much this year into this new earth, and with every full moon that we have and every of these big lunar cycles, there are breakthroughs are coming through. The energy is very kind of unsettled leading up to the full moon, and then we sort of settle down, and hopefully in July that we will find that we will be settling down, that things will be coming clearer, things will be coming through the door won't be blocked, that there's more lightness coming in. And also what's been brought up, I'm getting, could lead you to an indecision. This kind of feels like hangman energy. The number 8 is all about completions on the physical pain, you know, karmic payback. A journey of growth, and here you are with 2 possibilities, 2 routes, 2 options, and not really knowing where to go. So this is where you go into your intuition, you go into the higher realm, you tune into your guides, you tune into that inner knowing. So it can really, really help you make a decision in where you need to go on your journey. So what do we need to know, Spirit? Let's pull some tarot with these third eye awakenings and with the daughter spirit. Okay, we've got the Four of Swords. Anything else, please, Spirit? What else do we need to know for this week, the upcoming week, please? Okay, just give me a minute. Yeah, it's really interesting that Pentacles came up. So what I'm getting is that after the full moon, this has brought about, I kind of want to say tarot moments, but it doesn't feel as much as a tarot moment. More like a whirlwind. That actually sounds even worse. Or of an upheaval. That's kind of what I wanted to say. And there just needs a little bit time of reflection into grounding this and what this means for you and which path to take, and really kind of tuning in. I do feel a lot with it feels like quite a masculine energy, that there has been more of an awakening, more of a tuning in, and it's kind of made them feel a little bit unstable. We've got 40 here, which is 4, and 4 is all about stability and foundations. And I feel that that third eye activation, all the light codes that have been coming down, that there is kind of like a tuning in, possibly to their divine counterparts energy, or to just a knowing of what to do, that real kind of sort of sixth sense. And that's, they're not kind of sure, they're going a little bit crazy. You know, when you really sort of start your ascension path and it's like, really, is that right? Am I just making this up? It feels a little bit like that with this card. Bottom of the deck, just notice that we've got the 10 of Wands here. So really putting this burden down, moving into the Door of Spirit. We've got the Magician in reverse, and kind of what I'm getting there is again, it just feels like it's grounding it down into the 3D, trying to make sense of it. You know, this is success, the Six of Pentacles. It's about you know, carefully kind of weighing things up, and I just feel that the Magician just feels a little bit imbalanced. There's a sort of lack of mental clarity there. With this ascension, it's like, oh, now I'm not really sure, because in my logical mind it feels like it's like this, but now with an inner knowing that's been lightened, this is kind of changing really the way that people are looking at themselves, and they're not quite ready to make a leap, make a new beginning, because of this indecision that's just coming about here. We've got the Prince of Pentacles here, which is what is the Prince? I'm pretty sure that it is what am I thinking? The Page. No, it's not. It's the Knight. I don't know what I'm talking about today. Oh, the reminiscence of the full moon. So the Knight of Pentacles is about that, not afraid to pursue their desires, business opportunities, protection, stability, and that really sort of comes about by just need to ground everything in. Yes, they're showing me this whirlwind again, so I feel like for some, certainly from my collective group, that this more so for the masculines, but all the masculine within you, take it how it resonates, that there has kind of been a whirlwind in looking at things completely differently. And for this week, it's very much just bringing it down into the 3D, just getting more stable about this, stable about where you want to go before the 4 can sort of turn around. And I mean, really, 2 major arcanas out of 3. This is just about seeing things differently, about making a choice about where you want to go. And they can shift around so quickly. You can become the Magician, you can have all your wishes fulfilled, you have the ability and the resources and the intellect to manifest anything you want, and now you have a door to ascension as well, as a door to spirit. You've got that inner guidance, but it's just making you feel a little bit unstable, almost like it's that too much has been unraveled at once. Again, this whirlwind, yeah, it's like this wind coming through the door and everything just being blown open. No more secrets, absolute no more secrets, but just that little bit of time to get grounded. Okay, what are we working on this week? Please, what are we working on? Yes, moving into calmer waters. Yes, please. Okay, so we've got the Six of Swords, we've got the Eight of Cups in reverse, and we've got the Queen of Cups. So yeah, really wanting with when this this knowing, just taking a little bit of time out so you just get into calmer waters. Justice on the bottom of the deck. Lots of major arcanas coming up. Though you have this new understanding, all these things that have come in through the door have shown themselves, and though it's made you feel slightly uneasy and slightly without your power, you don't want to walk away from it. You like the knowing of this, you like the feeling, you like this intuition, and so we're really sort of being stable and still in this understanding, going into calmer waters, and then really going into the heart space. Reading I did for the full moon was all about the heart space, big heart energy that had been open. I'm gonna put the Justice there. Yeah, just really sort of feeling that love, that romantic, the wanting that love in your world, and really getting to grips on the emotions that are coming forth. Not running, not walking away, not burying your head, none of that anymore. And that it's all really much more grounded and much more solid. So let's just pull a card for the Divine Masculine and just see, where is the Divine Masculine for this week, please? Where is the Divine Masculine? Okay, the Divine Masculine is at the Ten of Cups. Wishes fulfilled. What a few falling out there. The King of Wands. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So coming to the end of that cycle, really knowing now what it is they want, really knowing that they want that happiness, that, sorry about that guys, that peace, that stability. Just turn that phone off, sorry. That family energy, that love, the okay. What I'm getting is the masculine would look out and see Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, would see other people in what he perceived to be happy families, and there was a desire for it. There was a lacking. He felt that he never had that within his family unit. He never had the love. He never had the emotion. He almost didn't know what love was. And he was afraid of it. And now stepping into this wand, this king, the creator, with this much more mature energy, with his wand in his hand, with major change and moving forward, coming to the end of this cycle. And then the Ace of Pentacles, bringing this into the 3D, bringing this into the reality and making it reality, bringing this magician energy back into his life. Okay, so what's the masculine working on? What shadow sides could he be working on? Ooh, there's too many. Just one more, please. No, that was a great load. Okay. So we've got the dilettante. So the shadow side of this is the pretension of a much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. And when it's in its light attributes, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, without having to go for superficial pursuits. And that's really interesting. And when I think that you get a higher awakening, when you go into your higher self, you don't need to buy. You don't need to fill your life up with things, because you do know that they don't bring you the happiness and the joy that you think they will. And then we've got the priest here. And in its shadow, we've got violate the trust of your spiritual community. Seducing others by your own role. It's almost like a little bit of Five of Swords energy, a little bit bullying to get what it is you want, and that's the dark, that's the shadow side. And the light is the spiritual commitments, and you serve as a channel. A lot of spiritual stuff going on for the masculine for this week. I feel that there's been a big opening for them with this full moon. So let's have a look, see where the feminine is. Where is she this week? Thank you. Okay, so we've got the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Page of Cups. She's trying to balance things out. Again, more about balance, more about stability. And then we've got this page. You know, the page is it comes after the 10, so it can signify new beginnings, an offer that she wants to possibly make an offer, an apology. She would like an apology, possibly. Let me just get one more. Okay, I'm going to get 2 more. Judgment and the Knight of Swords. Okay, we've got a lot. The major arcanas here. So she's trying to get stability. She's trying to balance things out in her life. No matter whether we get a new beginning, there has been a wake-up call for her in some ways, all the feminine side of you with this Judgment card here. You know, a shift in consciousness, forgiveness, even really kind of waking up of what's in front of you, and then wanting to move full steam ahead, then really kind of letting go of the fear, wanting to do this quickly, really, you know, wanting to change where she's been, this stagnant energy. And interesting, we've got the Fool for her shadow side, using humor to wound rather than to liberate. And the Fool in the light attributes, when it's in a balance, is fearlessly reliving emotions, helping people laugh, you know, really not taking yourself too seriously, not, you know, I'm being shown the 4 agreements. I don't know whether you know the four agreements. Of course, I'm not going to remember them now. But one is, no, I don't think I can remember anything now. But it's like, yeah, don't take things too seriously. That's, okay, I'm going to take both of those. That's one of the 4 agreements, and that's what's coming through here. And we've got the Goddess and the Father. Interesting. So the Goddess is about the femininity expressed through wisdom. And the shadow side is exploiting the feminine. And then we've got Father. The shadow side is dictatorial control, abusive authority. But the light side is talent for creating and supporting life. So I feel that both counterparts are, or both energies, are going through big changes individually, in their own space, in their own time. Not so much in the shared energy for this week at all. They feel very independent of each other. That doesn't mean that the connection is not, it's not there. It's always there, but currently in their own space, dealing with their own stuff, balancing out everything this week after the full moon. After that, quite fierce energy coming through, with a message for the masculine. New beginnings. New beginnings are coming through. I do feel that the masculine has finished a major cycle, and yes, I know we've been saying that for a long time. And but I feel that this moon energy has really sort of shifted that through. For the feminine, we've got release and surrender and truth and integrity. And I feel that release and surrender is really important. And that is kind of where she is. That is where her energy is, in that she's just, you know, where this goes, and I'm doing me. I'm looking after myself. I'm building. I'm moving forward. I'm creating. I've woken up, and I know that in the past I've not always put myself first, and that's what I need to do. I'm surrendered and I release, and I have integrity. I know my truth. The masculine, new beginnings coming forth, really wanting and recognizing love, opening up to emotions, opening up to a new beginning, opening up to this spiritual sign very, very much for the masculine. So I leave you there with lots of love, lots of light, and I'll check in again next week.